Hey everyone, it's Monday. It may have had a delay at the beginning. I don't know because I'm trying something new. We're doing Restream. We're going across YouTube. We're going to Twitch. We're going to Facebook. All of those places. We're trying a new chat thing as well. Hopefully we'll be able to see it down below here so people can see if things are coming across, because we've had some problems with that with Facebook. Facebook has been a little bit of a jerk. I don't know why.
Jerk face.
Yeah, jerkface.com. And so we want to try and see if we can make it better for everybody. We're going to be announcing the winner of week 2 today. Today will be the first time we do that. We've got some people chiming in already. If you're joining in, say hi on the chat. We won't be able to see everybody necessarily. Barbine's here. That's great. Looks like all the chat stuff is coming from the top. I didn't realize that. I wonder if I can change that in the settings and make it come from the bottom. That would be kind of cool. So I'm figuring all of this stuff out a little bit, and it's gonna be okay. Let's see. Yeah, these are all good. Things through, always on top. No, all right. So I'm gonna change up my setting over here in my OBX. Yeah, here we go. So now we're going to start seeing people saying stuff. So
right now.
Yeah, so if you look now, you will see, so Melissa said hi, Virginia said hi, see Steam has joined us, Barbine is here, and yeah, so that you should be seeing all of your stuff coming through, and that way if you are saying something and you don't see it, you know that we didn't get to it. We didn't see it as well. So yeah, so we're going to try this. We'll see how it works. It is Monday. It's a brand new week. Everybody, we're erasing the boards. We're going to find out who can get the next t-shirt. I assume we'll do t-shirt again. Everybody seems pretty into the t-shirt thing, so we're going to keep that up. Robert has joined us. Hey, Robert. And so, yeah, we'll go with t-shirt. We'll wait maybe next week for the brand new car. I feel like we have to ramp it up slowly.
Pony.
Right. The car is like at the top, pony just below that, and then what would be under pony? You get a frog, you get an old box of Rice Krispies. Yeah, you get 13 baseball cards.
All my dryer lint.
Yeah, we ball up to dryer lint. Which I feel is like below t-shirt. I think t-shirt's above dryer lint. If we're being honest, that's just my thought.
It's a very good fire starter.
Yeah, so apparently I can type to everybody, hi everyone, across all things. So if you're digging it, we're on Twitch and we're on YouTube as well. Peter would like a Keith blow up doll. I'm not sure where on the list that goes.
Hi, Peter.
I feel like it's above new car. I feel like that's like the cream of the crop in a manner of speaking.
Peter wants to show you his hormone level.
Does he?
Yeah.
We found out that like goats.
It's like mountain goats.
Yeah, mountain goats. We were watching things about the US parks, and so it was like they had goats, and the goats, like it was becoming spring, and of course the goats were getting a little like wily about things. And so one of the guy goats went up to like the girl goat and was like, hey, how's it going? And the girl goat was like, I'm kind of into you. And then just shat on his head.
The announcer just spoke entirely in euphemisms, though.
Yeah.
Like the narrator guy. It's like the male goat goes up to the lady goat and
Right.
sniffs her bottom place.
And it's like, hey.
And then he was like,
Hey, girl, hey.
the female goat provides a hormone sample. And then she just pees on his nose.
Oh, man, if that happened in the real world, bars would be so much more disgusting. Jenny's joined us. Emily is here. Nico is here. Christina has joined us. Excellent. I see 19 people watching. I feel like we've very quickly moved up and gotten our number of people for the week. But before we start trivia for this week, we need to announce our winner. And so let's see. I'm hoping that our winner will be joining us. Let's see. I don't know how to look at it from here.
Well, we already know their address.
We know their address. We've got one person coming in from Twitch. Hey, Twitch person, we really appreciate you. This is the first time we've done the Twitch thing. We've done some Facebooky stuff and things like that. So welcome. We're doing some trivia. The way it works is we're gonna ask 10 questions tonight. You're gonna put your answers in the chat, wherever that happens to be on the particular platform that we're on. Right? You put your answer in the chat. We have about 60 seconds for you to do that. If you're right, we give you one imaginary point that doesn't amount to anything. At the end of the night, though, whoever has the most points is going to be able to have bragging rights for the night. I have a winner's circle set up today. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll invite people to the winner's circle to do like some type of speech if they win the night.
Oh.
And our winner, of course, of last week also gets a speech if they would like. So I think that this could be fun. And so, yeah, so essentially that's how that works. At the end of the week, though, as we wrap around, it's Monday right now. We're starting fresh. If we go from Monday all the way around back to Monday, if you have the most points for the whole week, we are going to send you one of our t-shirts, Another Wasted Hour. Dun-dun-dun. That, I made that myself. So, for those who don't know, Another Wasted Hour is my podcast. It's available on all of your podcasty places. I won't go through the list. You know them all. If you've listened to a podcast, just go to that same place and then search for Another Wasted Hour. It's there. It's free.
OMG, just Google it.
Barbine says I'm no longer allowed to share Another Wasted Hour. That's weird. So I'm doing it through what is it? The Restream, so that I could get up on Twitch as well. So I don't know why there's a difference there. So Barbine, maybe go up on Twitch. I know you had to do your Twitch thing. He's kind of a Twitch master. Barbine is our minister of propaganda, so he knows how to make sure that the word is spread. Is everybody seeing their chats at the bottom there? Everybody good with that? I don't know. I haven't seen everybody coming in and everything. Do we know if well, I guess we'll just announce it because it gives it away either way. So, who is the, oh, it's because he shared it to 40 groups. That's why.
Oh.
Did Facebook block? Oh, yeah. Did Facebook block Barbine? Or blocked us. One of the two. Either way, that's fun. So who was the winner from last week? Who gets the fancy t-shirt? Let's get it on here while you make the announcement. Somebody could be wearing this.
Well, I'm going to announce third place.
Third place.
Third place is Trey. He gets nothing.
Nothing!
Second place is Melissa, who also gets nothing, even though she's lovely.
Yeah, our undying gratitude for coming in second.
First place, with 34 points for the week, is Karen.
Karen! Yay, Karen! Ah, very good.
Good job, Karen.
So proud of you. I've set up a winner's circle for Karen, so I don't know if she ends up joining, she'll have to let me know, and then I can send her the link, and she can come do a winner's circle like speech. I think this might be fun for
or she can nominate someone to do it for her.
Or she could give somebody else the opportunity to do it for her. Somebody else could also give the speech for her with consent of Karen. Just her acceptance speech. And then at the end of the show, I think anybody who wins the night will open up the winner's circle for them as well. Yeah, Nico, you get to drink from the fire hose. Anybody who wins,
you get to drink from the fire hose.
So yeah, nicely done, Karen. You will be. I would say I would ship you a T-shirt, but you live like a mile from me, so we're probably just
gonna walk his ass over to your house.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it in your trash can, so that way it saves you a step. Right? Because you don't have to get it out of the mail and put it in the trash can yourself. We did it for you. Jenny gives good speeches. That is true, Christina. Jenny does she writes very good speeches. Hi, Megan. Hi, Michael. Megan Woodle. Hello, Woodle. Michael Barbine is the Michael. They just went back and forth. So I don't see Karen yet. So if anybody sees Karen, tell her, that's awesome, and that, we appreciate it. Yeah. So let's start with our very first question. We did hear that there was some consternation this week about the last book. Some people were really complaining about our trivia from the last week.
So I quit.
A little too hard. Some people felt maybe wasn't written clear enough. So we've changed to a different source. We're going to a different source. So this is very exciting. What is our first question of the entire week?
Since this is the beginning of the week, it's a little easier, some of the questions.
Yeah. If you don't get these, you're dumb.
Which capital city is farthest west? Berlin, Rome, Prague, or Vienna?
That's a multiple choice question.
It is. See, I told you it was easier.
You gave them a multiple choice question.
I told you.
We're really lowering the bar for you folks. You have a 25% chance of getting this right if you have no idea even what those cities are. You could not know that they're cities and you would still have it. 60 seconds on the clock. You have to guess one of 4 cities. Just write a city that's in one of those 4 cities.
Which capital city is farthest west? Berlin, Rome, Prague, or Vienna?
Prague or Vienna.
So you just...
Yes. No, you just do that. Just do it.
The next question has a 1 in 12 possibility.
We're doing a lot of multiple choice to start off.
Well, it's not multiple. I mean, it's kind of...
It's just 12 numbers.
You'll see.
Ah, okay. All right. Steam goes Gianna. What is Gianna De Laurentiis?
Who's Gianna? That's Giada.
Giada. Oh, Gianna. I know. Oh, he meant Viana. V-I-A-N-N-A. V-I-A-N-N-A.
Vienna. Dude, you live like next to Vienna. Why don't you know how to spell that?
Vienal. That was what he went with.
That's not
No? You don't think that's correct? All right, time's up. Let's take a look.
I have to write names this time, so you have to do it slowly.
We'll do it slowly. No problem. We're starting at the top. First answer I saw in was Christina.
Christina.
K, if you need a last name.
Sure.
Just in case. She had Vienna. Robert S for Shoesmith. Robert. He also went with Vienna. We had Michael Barbine, otherwise known as just Barbine, probably. There can't be more. Is there going to be... If we have more than one Barbine on the show just goes to crap. Let's see. Underneath that, Jenny...
Wait, what did Barbine say?
Oh, Vienna. Oh. Also Vienna. Jenny S for Jenny Sue Shoesmith. There we go. Steam says spelling was his worst subject. That was the problem.
You're very pretty, Steam.
Jenny went with Vienna. Stephen McCracken went with Vienna as well after 3 times.
Jeez, did everyone just see the first Vienna and then just everybody went Vienna?
That's funny. Everybody just went Vienna. It's obviously the right answer. Danny with an I. D-I-N-N-I. R is her last initial. Vienna. Peter goes with Rome. He's throwing a different direction on this. Peter H with Rome. Let's see. Barbine says multiple choice means I have a 75% chance of getting it correct, which is also not correct. That's amazing. He was able to get that also not correct. Nico says Vienna. Craig says Vienna. Emily goes with Rome, is with Peter on this one. Virginia says Vienna. That's Virginia L, if needed. Melissa B says Vienna. And Megan Woodall says Berlin. I like it. I like if you're not sure, you want to go dark horse sometimes.
How do you spell Megan? Is it there?
M-E-G-A-N-W.
Okay.
And that's everybody, yeah.
2 people got points.
2 people got points.
That's Peter and Emily.
Had to have been Rome.
It's Rome. Good job, gang.
Peter and Emily. Everybody go like their posts. give them your undying gratitude for having the correct answer. Craig says Vienna's literally 7 minutes away from me. It's clearly the most western. Right? Because it's Vienna, Virginia he's going with.
It's capital city. The question says capital city. Vienna, Virginia is not the capital of anything except for our hearts.
Yes, but the Capitals play.
No.
Oh. All right. Nico says, I think I reversed east to west. All right. Robert says Vienna was the only word I knew how to spell.
Aww.
I mean, Rome is pretty easy.
It's pretty easy.
Peter got internet points. His first internet points ever.
Good job, Peter.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Christina says, what? Christina disagrees with this book as well, maybe.
Don't care. Officially don't care. I've gone through 3 books of people complaining, and I'm done.
All right. What's our second question of the night?
In which month do Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving?
What date?
No, month.
What month? What month do Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving?
See, 1 in 12 chance.
All right, 1 in 12 chance. We're still multiple choice, essentially. 60 seconds on the clock. All you have to do is give us 1 month. A month in the English language, and you might win. Christina says thumbs down. Why is Christina so mad at us? What did we do? How is Rome not... Is that wrong?
I mean, an atlas would tell you.
Yeah, I feel like we could probably draw a line somewhere, and that would make it pretty easy. Peter says Oktoberfest. That is when they celebrate it, which I guess is September. Is that when that is?
Oktoberfest is in September.
So was that his guess? I'm so confused.
I'm going to hold off until Peter gives us an actual month.
Samantha Kimball has also joined us. Samantha Kimball. She has a guess that she'll have as well. 5 seconds left on the clock. Get your answers in, everybody. Time is up. We're going from the top down. Obviously, I already said Peter said Oktoberfest. Christina said October. Robert said October. Steam said October. Megan said October. Melissa, October. I'm seeing a theme here. I'm just saying. Michael Barbine says February. So it's definitely not
February.
It's not February, that's for sure. Heather has joined us. Heather B. I don't think you have her on the list. She has also said October. Nico says October. Jenny went with September to change it up a little bit.
Well, technically, that's what Peter said, too.
Yeah. Danny went with October. Virginia went with, I don't know if she gets extra points for this. Virginia went with October 12th. Do we know if it's October 12th? That sounds very specific. Unless that's October 2012.
I'm not giving extra points, but I will be impressed.
All right. October 12th is what she goes with. Craig says October. Emily goes January. Steve says everybody's copying my answer. Peter says fine, October. That's what he meant by Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Not a wise move, says Steam. Barbara's in, and she says October as well. So Barbara. Yeah, she says she she missed the question, but she saw a trend. So she just went with that.
She's not stupid.
No. What is the answer?
It's March. No, I'm just kidding. It's October.
Everyone's wrong!
Canadian Thanksgiving this year is Monday, October 12th.
Jenny said September is what she says as well.
Yeah, you already said that.
Fear has joined us and has informed us that Fear is definitely not Michael Barbine. He is Zool.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Fact. Trey is also here. Welcome, Trey.
Hi, Trey.
I'm not seeing everybody joining in, but thank you for saying hi when you come in. We appreciate it. We've done our first 2 questions. So far, so good. We've had all multiple choice questions so far this entire week because we've only done 2 questions this week. What's our third question? Is it multiple?
No.
Multiple choice? No. Oh. I'm sorry, everybody. I really thought you were going to have it on Easy Street today. I thought maybe this whole week would be you just charlieing out of all of these questions. But this one you're going to have to really think about. What is the third question of tonight?
This might be the hardest question this week.
Ooh, really? We decided to blow it at the beginning. All right.
I like to live big.
I'm not the quiz master. You know what you're doing. I'm just here yelling things and being silly. So, no, that's my job. My job. You have to be like real serious and you do the quizzing thing. All right. Now, no, don't. That's your horny face. Don't do that.
That's apparently a face a goat makes when it's horny. I'm going to show you my hormone level. Okay. In 2003, 24 states asked the movie industry to show less of what?
One more time for all the people playing at home.
In 2003, 24 states asked the movie industry to show less of what?
To show less of what? Obviously the answer, movies!
Yep.
That's the only reasonable thing. Nico has said that she is the gatekeeper, just so everybody knows. So there's going to be like some crazy kind of sex scene happening where people are floating now, right? Isn't that how that happens? I feel like it is. Trey says, just because I showed up? Yeah, we had to step it up for you, Trey. You don't get those. Infidel over on Twitch says, we playing trivia? Yeah, well, sort of. We're doing trivia. We're doing some live trivia. So if you have an answer for the question, just type it in the chat and you get a free invisible point that's not worth anything. But at the end of the week, if you have the most points, we're going to send out a t-shirt to the winner.
It's super soft.
Yeah, it's a very soft one. You if you run out of toilet paper, you can use that just in a pinch.
Everybody
if you need
needs options.
Nico says she can never see that. Well, horny goat. She doesn't like horny goat, unfortunately. All right, time is up. Let's start taking a look at these answers. We're going down from the top. Let's see. Peter says violence. They've asked for
that's
less.
a great guess.
Yeah, less violence.
Good guess, Peter.
I feel like that's never the case, though. I feel like...
Have you seen any John Wick movies?
Yeah, I feel like violence is never the problem. Vaginas, they never want to see vaginas. Never. But my God, you could remove a man's head with a spoon? Fine. That's probably, that's like PG. Yeah. But one vagina.
In the New Trolls movie.
It's in the New Trolls movie. One vagina, XXX, you're not allowed to show it. So let's take a look. Samantha says less smoking of cigarettes. Oh, that is an interesting one. I like that. Robert went with me on this a little. He goes, boobies! Of course. Infidel 31 says boobs as well. Steven goes with violence. Barbara, let's see. Matthew Huntington says white people. Barbara goes with violence, though. Yeah, I like it. Danny goes tobacco and cigarettes. Strong. We've had a couple people on that one now. Emily says violence. Virginia says memories. Just less memories. I assume that means like Memento shouldn't be in
You can't show that.
No, don't show that in theaters. Or does she mean don't have the movie Cats with the song Memories in it in studio? I'm just saying that might be a really good answer. No more musicals, if that could be at all arranged. Fear says, where's the Keymaster? Trey says smoking. Craig goes with Matthew McConaughey.
Style point, Craig.
Less Matthew McConaughey.
24 states were like, please, God.
Christina says, I want a tank top. Melissa says, sexual assault scenes. Oh, another good answer. That is, yeah, that's a compelling one. Virginia goes boobs. Yeah, I'm saying boobs.
You're not wrong, Virginia.
Heather,
I mean, you are, but
Heather says they're homeless populations. They want each of the city. I guess the cities want to ship that to Hollywood, and then Hollywood can make films out of homeless people. Is that?
I guess they're like documentary filmmakers.
Or they just don't. What they're saying is, if you're filming in my city, don't show any
the homeless population.
Yeah, don't show any homeless people. Okay, I could see that as being one. Jenny says violence. Nico says less marijuana. You know, the prevalence of marijuana everywhere. And let's see. Fear says television. I believe that Barbine's guessing twice, maybe. I have to look again. Trey says violence they blame on video games. That's true. We've also seen that. All right. So what is the actual answer?
Smoking.
Smoking. We got a few people who got that. Nice. So
I
I'm
think
not.
Samantha got that.
Yeah. I think there's a few people.
Danny
that
got
did.
that, I think.
Yeah. That was good, though. That was a good guess, everybody. I think all of those were pretty reasonable for the most part, except for maybe Matthew McConaughey. He is a goddamn national treasure. How dare you?
How dare you?
Oh, my goodness.
Have you seen his Lincoln commercials?
Yeah.
My God.
Where he looks like he's a little bit high and he's just dry.
And he's smarmy.
And he's smarmy.
High and smarmy.
You know what's great about the universe? Shut up! Now that you're in a Lincoln. Have you noticed, by the way, that all of the car commercials have all changed recently? Like in the last 5 years, I feel like it's happened where we used to have car commercials that were like, look at this car. It's so amazing. Look at this other car. It's also amazing. It goes fast. It goes over bumps. It does other things. And then the last 5 minutes are like, the last 5 years, every commercial is like, are you a shitty driver? Don't worry, the car will do it for you. Like every commercial is like, did you almost hit that kid? Don't worry, we got you, Subaru. Like, suddenly we've all become complete idiots, and it's saying is like, you know that you've probably hit 8 children, so you should probably get a Subaru. I got it. Why? That doesn't make me feel good about
Driving's
myself.
not hard.
You'd think the feminist purists were against the sexualization of women, says Infidel 31. I know. They hate that. They hate women, bodies in movies and things. They go nuts if there's a woman's body. Oh, gotta take all that out.
Dongs are fine, though.
Yeah, dong, probably. I don't know if dongs are fine, but you can basically be all but naked as a guy in a movie, no problem. And you can then spoon somebody's eyes out of his head live in a movie and you're good. You can close up. Still G-rated. So, let's see what else people said. Couple of replies that happened. Christina wants an official tank top if she wins. That's what she's saying. So
I saw a video on the internet where you can turn any t-shirt into a tank top. Good luck.
She wants it official, though. She wants an official one.
It'll still have the logo on it. Good luck. I can follow one of those tutorials on the internet and make you a tank top. I don't think you're going to be happy. I'm not what you call crafty. Maybe we could get Craig to do it.
You're crafty. All right. Nico wants a half a point. We don't have half points, unfortunately. Robert is shocked that boobies is not the answer. Absolutely. All right. So, Christina, another thumbs down because now not only does she not like the book, but she also wants a tank top.
I thought that was Melissa.
She's very mad at us. No, Christina.
Oh.
She's coming at us. All right. So what is our fourth question of the night?
What do the British call a traffic circle?
What do the British call a traffic circle?
Hank.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. So what we need is the metric term for a traffic circle. Right? It's the non-empirical form of a traffic circle. All right, everybody put your answers in. We need to see who will get this correct. Have you been to Europe? Maybe there's a chance somewhere somebody's referred to it as this. Maybe. We will see. All right, we've got some answers coming in. This is very good. For those that don't know, have just joined us, if you have a couple of options here, you can always guess the right answer. If you know the right answer, obviously get that. You'll get 1 point for that. If you don't know the answer, you can guess. If you get it right, obviously, you get a point for that. However, if you're absolutely not sure at all and you don't want to just guess something dumb, what you can do is go for a style point. And that is an answer that is not correct, but you believe will make Caitlin laugh. And if it does, you get a style point. There's nothing awarded for that, but there are some people who are very, very competitive when it comes to style points. So you'd be in a rare ranking of people like Isis and Ian, who really like style points. So time is up. Let's start going down and taking a look at everybody's answers. We'll start from the top and head down. Karen has joined us. Karen, I'm glad you made it. We'll have to send you the link if you want. So, Karen, great news. You won last week.
Karen.
We celebrated you.
Woo.
So you let me know. I've set up a winner circle that you can join and give your acceptance speech if you'd like. If not, you can assign somebody else maybe to do your acceptance speech for you, assuming they're willing. So up to you. You let me know if you want to do it, if you want somebody else, if you want to give it to somebody else. Then let me know who I should send that to, and they can do the acceptance speech. It's from the top down. Infidel 31 came in fast.
Okay.
Super fast. They say a roundabout. That sounds really familiar. Peter also goes with roundabout. Robert said rush hour. Every traffic circle is a rush hour.
Okay.
Barbara says roundabout. Samantha Kimball says rotary, which is interesting. Definitely a similar kind of concept, right? Christina just says, Emily says roundabout. Steam says roundabout. Heather says roundabout. Melissa, roundabout. Jenny says roundabout. Nico says rotaries. We've gotten a couple of those now. That's interesting. We got Karen with her first answer of the night with roundabout. So welcome, your first answer of the week. Infidel says this is so easy. All right, calm down.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. It starts off easy, and if it keeps easy, then you get a free T-shirt. So either way, it's a win-win. I'm just saying. Craig says this feels like a trap. Roundabout. Christina says roundabout. Trey says roundabout. Virginia says roundabout or rotaries.
Start Craig after Craig.
Craig, Christina.
Christina says roundabout.
Yeah.
Trey says roundabout.
Virginia says roundabout or rotaries. Because, sometimes you want to hedge your bet and guess 3 or 4 things.
Take the first answer.
It's either like a traffic circle or a roundabout or a rotary or a circle with traffic in it. Or it could just be cars that are in some type of circular form. All right, we'll go with roundabout on that one. Danny says roundabout. Infidel's got my number here. They say a roundy, drivey cobblestone circle. Yeah.
Sounds like Infidel has my number. That would have been a style point if it weren't also a real point. You can't get a style point and a real point.
Can't get both at the same time. All right. So I think that's, let's see. I think that's all of the answers. Nico's gone back and said, oh, it's roundabout, my bad. Is the answer roundabout, my bad?
The answer is roundabout, my bad.
Yes! Everybody who got roundabout got it correct. Is ISIS here, says Fear. There's love brewing there, I think, between Fear and ISIS. Mainly on the Fear side, and then Fear on the ISIS side. I think that's how that's working. Emily says, doesn't England use the English system? We would be pretty weird if we didn't, and if we did and they didn't.
After Googling, I will also take the answer rotary.
No, I think England isn't in an English system. They use metric, right? Doesn't everybody use metric at this point? Except for like us and an island country?
Yeah, England has kilometers.
Right, yeah. They're totally metric over there. We use the empirical system, but they use metric, and everybody else uses metric except like the Falkland Islands or something.
So the internet says a rotary is typically large with entry speeds of 40 miles per hour or higher.
Oh.
A roundabout is generally small. Speeds are rarely more than 25 miles an hour. But I would take rotary as well.
You'll also take rotary.
So Nico said rotary.
Yeah, Nico said rotary.
There was somebody who said rotary before Nico.
Samantha Kimball said rotary as well. Okay, so we've had a little correction. Some extra points there. Nice. So
Virginia doesn't get 2 points.
Virginia gets 2 points.
No, that's not what I said.
No. Oh. Let's see. A few things that required boobies. That's true, Robert. That definitely everything requires boobies. Clark Griswold loves roundabouts. That's true. He stays in them forever. Let's see. Someone can also Kanye your speech, Karen. That is true. That's what happened in Nico last couple days ago. That was Friday. That's what it was on our Free for All Fridays. So on Fridays we get everybody on the show. It's insane, but it's a lot of fun. Let's see. Trey says he's a trend center. Winner showing up after the acceptance speech. Yeah, you did that first, Trey. So many answers. How many people are in here? I'm seeing like 19, it looks like. Empirical system has its uses. You can't divide anything by 3 in the metric system. Oh, that's a good point. Infidel says that. Yeah, that is harder to do. I mean, you can do it, but it just gets all like decimally at that point. England does a mix, says Trey. Okay, I'll take it. England uses metric for everything except driving speed, where they use miles per hour, and they weigh themselves in stones, says Peter. I thought driving speed was kilometers in England. I really did. England also uses miles and Fahrenheit from time to time.
I thought anywhere you drove on the wrong side of the road was kilometers.
Karen wants me to do your speed. I think you should pick somebody else.
We can take volunteers also.
Yeah, I speak all the time. I'm very uninteresting. I think we should get somebody else to be able to do it. Tina, come get some ham. Tina, come get some ham. Tina, get your food. He's talking about llamas. If anyone wants to bring some to the front desk in my building, that would be awesome. Barbine needs some chapstick. So if somebody could stop by Barbine's building.
I can never find my chapsticks, so I don't have one to spare. I'm sorry.
Just Corvid it up a little bit on your lips.
COVID. Corvid is crows.
Yes, COVID it up and then just drop it. All right. So what is our 5th question? Are we in our 5th? I feel like this is the 5th. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is our 5th question.
What name is given to the act of trying to find water with a willow or hazel twig?
All right, one more time. 60 seconds on the clock.
What name is given to the act of trying to find water with a willow or hazel twig?
Yeah. I think I know this one.
We saw it recently on one of those Building Off the Grid shows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Keith really likes to watch those.
Yeah, I like to build off the grid. I'm building things off of a grid.
He loves those shows.
I like putting down a grid and then building off of that grid.
Yeah.
Makes things a lot more
He
square.
builds the grid over here, and then he builds his thing over here, so it's off the grid.
No, I do it off the dimensions of the grid. I put down the grid and I use that. I go off the grid to get my dimensions. Way more square that way. It's good. Trey says he's always had 3 or 4 tubes of lip balm, usually Burt's Bees, but I can never find them when I want them.
Yeah, see? It's a problem.
So here's my thing. Like, I tried chapsticks like once when I was in high school, and it is the only time I got chapped lips. Like, I feel like they put stuff in there that makes it worse. So you
use more.
Yes, you have to keep using it, and then you use it more, and then you get more. And I think I heard that there was some news where there was some chemical in some of these that actually did that, and that blew my mind.
Really cheaply made lip balm, like lip smackers. Do you remember those? Mm-hmm. Those can do that.
That might have been the one I did. I can't remember.
Because they have nothing of like nutritive value for your actual skin in them.
Right. All I know is that it did not go well.
They had a lip balm that tasted like Dr. Pepper, for Christ's sake. That can't be good for you.
It's good for your heart.
No.
It's good for your soul.
No.
It makes you happy. All right, let's start at the top. Time is up. Infidel 31 says, dowsing. Or dowsing. He wasn't sure how to spell it.
That's fine.
But
you
dowsing.
knew how to say it, so I'll take it.
Emily says dowsing. Samantha says dowsing. Christina says, what the heck? I think because she's being... Robert's trying to volunteer her for the acceptance speech for Karen. This is getting very convoluted with an acceptance speech, so we'll see how it goes.
I have a nomination.
Yeah.
I nominate Peter.
Peter? All right.
Because Peter's never met Karen.
Barbara says divining. Trey says dowsing. Karen says dowsing. Robert says miracle. It's a miracle. Heather says dowsing. Peter says divining. Barbara says, shit, I got it wrong. I like when it happens in the process. That's good. Danny says dowsing. Virginia says dowsing. Karen says bullshit. AKA bullshit.
Oh, I understand. Now, this man on the television was very convincing.
Very convincing. Absolutely.
He had a whole pack of dowsing rods. It was
Melissa says dowsing. Barbara says it's dowsing, but it's also a form of divination.
divination.
Divination, yes. Let's see. Craig says dowsing. Steam says davening.
Divining.
Davening. D-A-V-I-N.
Davening. Davening's a different thing. That's
I-N-G.
Jewish.
Davening.
Davening is like when you commune with God when you're Jewish.
Oh, that's different. So that, I think those are all our answers. What is the correct answer?
My book says dowsing. I
Yeah.
think divining is when you do it for like ore.
For ore. Oh, so water is dowsing. But what if you do it for oil or something else? I think divining.
Dowsing is a type of divination specifically for water. So divination is not specific enough. If you said divination, that's no good.
Uh-huh.
Dowsing is the answer.
So divining, although it is, dowsing is a subset of divining.
Yeah,
You're not taking divining.
I'm not taking divining.
Woo, you're tough. Oh my goodness. All right.
I gave 2 multiple choice questions.
I
Come
don't
on.
make up the rules, people. I'm trying to throw you softballs, and she's hitting them out of the park.
That doesn't make any sense.
Emily says, I now have a giant lip balm, perfectly mosh pint condition, and so I never lose it. You can totally tell when it falls out of your pocket because it is huge. Oh, it's a candle. You have a candle. You're confused.
I watched this video once where this lady bought every lipstick in like Sephora or something like that and combined them all together to see what color it would be.
Oh,
So that makes me think it turned out to be a really nice like pinky purple color.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
But that makes me think that you took every chapstick in like the CVS and made a giant
squished them
chapstick.
all into one. Can you make a chapstick candle?
Yeah, sure.
Let's make a chapstick candle while we're stuck at home. Apparently petroleum jelly will dry your lips out. Oh my God, I remember lip smackers, multiple flavors. Dr. Pepper lip smacker, the tastiest.
Every year for Christmas and my birthday, I would get a variety pack of lip smackers as part of my present.
Oh, you did well for yourself.
I did.
Well, if anyone wants to bring the Dr. Pepper lip smacker, I don't know. I'll make all of your dreams come true one day, says Barbine.
One day.
Yeah, one day.
You know what else I used to get
Out of
that
all
I
the
just
days.
went fucking nuts for?
What?
Before I got my ears pierced, I would get stick-on earrings.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever see those?
The stick-on earrings?
Stick-on earrings.
Yeah, I mean, they're just stickers with jewels
They're
on
just
them.
stickers, yeah.
Yeah.
I would mismatch them because I thought it was like quirky and cool.
You're being so edgy.
And then I wouldn't say anything. And
Yeah.
I would like walk into the kitchen and like swish my head back and forth to see if anyone would notice. And no one ever did. My parents just thought I had a tick.
Stuck to your ear.
Yeah.
That's what they thought the ticks were. So
It's a wonder I made it through childhood.
Grandma says dowsing allows the devil to communicate with you. It's science, says Nico. Infidel says conning people for your well digging business. Yeah, I think that's probably also a correct answer. Ian says, "Oh, I just came in, Ian. I just
Hi,
tuned in. So I'll say divining providence,
Divining providence. Okay.
divine providence." My husband has actually done this before. He says that dowsing is a specific form of divining for water. Yes, but divining for water is different than divining because divining is divining for all kinds of things. Dowsing is divining for water, and that was the.
That's what the internet said anyway.
Yeah, that's what we were asking. So yes, correct, but not specific enough. But daving means thanks. Killing sequel horror comedy. What? Barbine, Jesus, are you right now?
He's having a stroke.
Yeah, he's having a stroke. We need to send help. We've done this before. Virginia says dowsing is an act of divination. Yeah, we got it.
We already been there.
Doodle bugging for petroleum. Is that the name?
Doodle bugging?
Is that the name?
That's the
For
new name.
For divining for petroleum? If you-
Doodle bugging?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go.
think so.
I don't even believe in it, and now I want to learn how to doodle bug.
I'm gonna see if there's any petroleum on our land.
We're gonna make a day of it. First, I'm gonna do some doodle bugging. Then we're gonna go down to the stream and do some noodling. And it's a doodlebug noodle party. For those that don't know, noodling is when you catch catfish by putting your hand in their mouth and then just grabbing their insides.
So gross.
Yeah. Oh
And
God.
they're like gumming you the whole time. Oh, I can't. No. No.
Emily says that can't be real. And Trey says, according to El Wiki,
Okay.
the Spanish version of Wikipedia would be El Wiki.
Are you ready for the next question?
Yeah. Who got it right? Oh, Infidel.
A lot of people got
A
it.
lot of people got it right. You got it right. I think it was dowsing. So I
It's
think
dowsing.
that was your answer. I think we got you down for that.
Yeah, I definitely have a point. I have 2 points total for infidel. I think one for roundabout and one for dowsing.
Oh, okay. Danny says they have a partner who has a candle that smells like vapor rub. I don't know if that's good or bad. I can't. In my mind
That's
right
too
now.
much. I love scented candles, but that's too much.
Oh God, I feel like it would keep people from stealing things.
I mean, my chest congestion would be gone.
Yeah. But you walk into that house and you'd be like, I'm going to steal their TV set. Oh, God, it's so fresh. And then, like, you leave, right? You can't hang out there.
No.
I feel like you take 3 breaths before your lungs
everything repellent.
freeze. They just freeze solid. So what is where are we at? We're 5 questions in.
Yeah.
Right? What's our scores?
We have a lot of points.
Okay, so let's go through the top ones at least.
Danny has 4 points.
Danny has 4. Okay.
Good job, Danny. A whole crap ton of people have 3 points, including Peter, Craig, Emily, Virginia, Melissa, Samantha, Heather, Trey. That's it.
You said it like there's still more. You have to go down at the end so we know.
Trey.
And Trey.
And then a bunch of people have 2 points,
Okay. You wanna do that?
including Christina, Steam, Nico, Barbara, Infidel, and Karen.
All right.
And then a couple people have 1 point. That's Megan, Jenny, and Robert.
So if we got your points wrong for some reason, let us know. Sometimes we don't see everybody's chats
that'll be the
and
real
things like
test.
that. But so let us know if we got it wrong. Let's see, anything else? Danny also has vapor rub smelling soap. That is so much vapor rub.
Danny.
I feel like you are training for the end of days.
I think you're trained to be like a great grandparent. That's what you're
Oh
training to
yeah.
be.
Do you put doilies everywhere as well?
Great grandparents always have some kind of medicinal smell to them.
Our Minister of Misinformation says another wasted hour brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Vinny's Lip Smackers, and Thanksgiving. That's what he did. It came from Trey. It must be true. Yeah, he's never wrong. Just don't get caught canoodling, says Virginia.
Yeah.
So we go noodling, we do some canoodling, and then we go, what was it called? Doodlebugging?
Doodlebugging.
Doodlebugging.
I'll leave the canoodling to you and Peter.
All right, what is our 6th question?
What 2 words are written on the yellow Lance Armstrong bracelets?
What 2 words are written on the Lance Armstrong bracelet? 60 seconds on the clock. Get your answers into the chat. I know this one. This one's not hard.
It's a pretty easy one.
Yeah, this is definitely a Monday question.
It's a Monday question.
Yeah, you're getting all Monday question right now. Solid Monday question. Nico says she got October roundabout and this one. So Nico's saying she has 3 points. If that's not what you have.
October, roundabout, and dowsing.
Yeah.
I thought Nico said divining.
Did she? Is she lying to us? I feel like that's terrible. No, she said dowsing.
Oh.
Unless she said divining first. No.
No, Nico said rotary, and I must not have written it down.
That's what it is. You missed rotary. All right. Barbine says it's Super Soaker. That's what's on the bracelet.
Oh. So my dad FaceTimed with 2 of his grandsons yesterday, and he said all Declan wanted to talk about was showing Grandpa his new Nerf gun. That's what he got for Easter.
Oh, okay.
And so he wanted to show my dad his new Nerf gun.
Infidel has a good one. Infidel believes that on the bracelet it says bacon bits. Which is, I feel like in defense of infidel, that's basically synonymous, right? Those mean the same thing, right?
You know what, infidel? You get a style point.
A style point for infidel. Infidel's first style point. Welcome to the dark side. Let's start from the top because time is up. Jenny says, live strong. Peter says, no balls.
Style point, Peter.
I think he has one ball, right? Are there no balls? I feel
I
like
think
there
he's
was
got one ball. He
there's
made
one.
children.
Una ball. Yeah. What he doesn't have is any championships.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those, yeah, gone. Yeah, they were surgically removed. Barbara says, live strong. Peter comes back with live strong as his second guess. I don't know. I'll let you
I'll
figure
allow
that
it.
out. Steam says, balls hurt.
I'm
Yeah.
surgically removing Peter's style point and giving
Okay.
him a real point.
Okay. Does Steam get Peter's style point?
Yes.
For balls hurt. Let's see. Danny says, when zombie Jesus comes after me, I will be able to repel it with the power of vapor rub.
Oh, good.
That's a good plan. I like that plan.
Good job,
You
Danny.
definitely won't smell zombie Jesus. That's for sure.
No.
Put a little under your nose, you're good. They'll just smell like home. Gary has joined us. Gary says, live strong. We have a new contender joining in the ring. A new challenger enters. Welcome, Gary. We're doing a little trivia. You figured it out, though. It's pretty obvious how this works. Emily says, live strong. Melissa says, live strong. Karen says, live strong. Christina says, live strong. Trey, live strong. Robert, Lance Armstrong. Yeah, on his own. He has him on, so he remembers his name.
It's like putting your name in your underwear.
Yeah, you put it on your bracelet, so they're like, oh, hi, this is Steve Smith. Who are you? And he's like, Lance Armstrong. Nice to meet you. Glad I had that. Woo, that was nerve-wracking. Michael Barbine said Super Soaker. Heather says live strong. Ian says originally it was live strong, but people don't know this. It's actually now dope hard. Wow. Craig says live strong.
Style point for Ian, though.
Danny says live strong. Virginia says live strong. Nico says live strong. Those are all of our answers. By any chance, in the love of God, does it happen to be live strong?
It sure as hell is.
So bacon bits equals live strong, I feel like. Because you're living pretty strong. If that's
That one's a style point, not a real point.
all right, fine. I was just trying to give Infidel another point because I feel like that was pretty much the same answer.
There are rules.
Virginia says, my husband says Lance Armstrong resigned from being the head of Live Strong Foundation.
That's true.
interesting.
But his
Yeah.
bracelets are still out there, and they all still say Live Strong.
I hadn't heard that he resigned from being the head of Live Strong. I'd heard that he had resigned from being the balls of Live Strong. This is noodling. All right. What if black holes were pupils of lamp? What if black holes were pupils of Lance Armstrong? Barbine, you're just making things work. Pupils. He wanted pupils. Pupils of I don't know.
Moving on.
Because they have strong gravity? I think it's strong gravity he's going for. Robert says you've got him totally. It's actually Ziggy Kingheart. Says Barbine. Robert says, hey, glad to see you here, Gary. Hi, Gary. Duck the rules, says Barbine. What is our 7th question?
How many hurdles must be negotiated in the 100-meter hurdle race?
How many hurdles must be negotiated? Which means, do you have to go over them? Can somebody look that up? Do you have to go over a hurdle? Or could
you get disqualified if you, or like you get a point deduction or something.
Do you? Like, I feel like, so when you hit one, do you get a point deduction or does it just slow you down?
I think you get a point deduction if you actually like knock one over or miss it entirely.
Right. Can you dive over it? Any rules for style?
Can you hit the 60-second button?
Sure, 60 seconds on the clock. One more time for everybody. What's the answer?
Nope.
No, I tried. I tried to help you folks. Did you hear me? I was trying to help you.
How many hurdles must be negotiated in the 100-meter hurdle race?
That is an incredibly high hurdle. The 100-meter hurdle. Oh. It takes forever just to climb up that one. Can you just power slide under it?
No.
Like you run and you just go, and then run, run.
No, just because that's what you do in Borderlands now.
Yeah.
No.
I don't see why you couldn't do that. Why is that not legitimate? I feel like that's legitimate. It's a way. No? I don't know. 15 seconds left on the clock. Get your answers in, everyone. Here we go. Infidel 31 goes with 69. Yeah.
Yikes.
69. There's 69 hurdles. All the hurdles are before you get to 69, just so you know. Those are the ones that are hardest. Let's start at the top. Steam says 19. Jenny says 10. Christina says 20. Robert says 50. We have 69 by Infidel 31. Barbine says 1,337.
No.
What? How do you know? Wait until the end. You didn't say this was the closest one either, is it?
No.
No, it's not. You have to get it right. All right. Heather says 10. Steam says I meant 9, not 19. Nico says 10. Karen says 10. Gary says you can't go under or around a hurdle. I bet I can. I've got $100 right now that says I can go under a hurdle. Definitely can go around one. That's not that hard. They're fairly big, but I could get around one. Way better than I could jump over one, for the record. Robert says you should be able to go under them. I agree. I think you should be able to go under them. Emily says 14. Barbine says 19. Ian says 8. Danny says 10. Barbine says potassium. I don't know. Craig says 9. Barbara says 8. Virginia says 10. Melissa says 15. Christina says Trey probably knows the answer. Ask him. Gary says 10. Trey says 10. He waited till the end. Craig says I'm changing my answer to 8. It's bedlam. It's complete insanity now. Monday. There are no rules. Everybody's going crazy. Trey has dropped a bomb on everyone that he just guessed.
Well, you guessed correctly because the answer is 10.
The answer is 10! Everybody who guessed 10, you get 1 point. Emily says there's no point deductions for hitting a hurdle. It just slows you down. Oh, just run through them. Use them. You can get them like belts on you. Yeah, just carry them along. Barman says, I think you're talking about Heelys with the shoes with the pop-out wheels. Yeah, sure. Why couldn't you use those? They could be DQ'd if they knock it into another runner's lane. That makes sense if you knock it into another runner's lane. But if you slide under it, what if you're really short? You're very, very short, and you can just sprint underneath them all. Advantage, right? I'm just saying, there's somebody who is, like, if you know anyone who's a dwarf, tell them to start working on hurdles. And you can just do this, right? You just the head to the side as you go by. And you just book it. This could be good. Gary says, well, this is America. You can do whatever you want. Did we lose a war? No! Did we give up when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? No!
That's not what happened.
19 is potassium. He was going for the atomic number. Trey flipped a coin. Trey should flip more coins because he was right.
Dead ass right.
Well, coins sell battery because it was closer. What was heads? Was positive heads or negative heads?
It's important to know.
Yeah. I think you should be able to limbo under, says Barbara. I agree. If you can limbo under...
Can you limbo while running?
And, I mean, I feel like with enough training, yeah, why wouldn't you be able to? Infidel, sorry, everybody. Infidel 31 has corrected me. The Chinese bombed Pearl Harbor. So, yeah, I apologize. I thought it was the Germans. That was wrong. What is our 8th question?
What band had a hit with the song Accidentally in Love? Bonus point
What?
on what blockbuster movie soundtrack did it appear in 2004?
2 points. You could get 2 points on this one, everybody. 60 seconds on the clock. We need to know who was the band or person or whatever, artist
Artist.
that had a hit with, what was it?
Accidentally in Love.
Accidentally in Love. And then what movie soundtrack was that from 2004? From 2004.
You can't get part 2 without getting part 1.
All right. So you can't guess the movie correctly if you don't get the artist correct.
Right.
So we need an artist and we need a movie. All right.
Well, you don't have to give us the movie.
Yeah, you don't have to give us the movie. You need the artist, but in order to go for the second point, you have to have the artist correct. Michael Barbine has a guess. He says Phantom of the Opera.
Did you hit the button?
Yes, we have 10 seconds left.
Okay.
10 seconds left in all of
sorry.
this. It's going very quickly. Is it Phantom of the Opera? Is that correct?
It's not.
The band Phantom of the Opera?
No.
Let's see. Heather has a guess. She believes it is Shrek, the band Shrek.
Oh my God. My friend
that not right?
Toaster sent me a picture of the squirrel that he rescued and is taken care of, and he's so cute.
Are you going to put on the camera? Show the people. Look at that. Nope, there's no way they're going to be able to see that. Nope, not even close. That's it. Oh, there's a squirrel. Look at the squirrel. Little squirrel, you're so cute.
This is his squirrel enclosure.
That's the Squirrel Hotel. Or the Squirtel. Oh, very nice. I would live there. I would totally live there. All right, let's take a look. So Heather says Shrek. Barbine says Phantom of the Opera. Karen says Counting Crows. Danny says Counting Crows and Shrek. Heather says...
Wait, who said that?
Danny.
Danny.
Danny says Counting Crows. Technically, Shrek Counting Crows is how she said it. So it was performed by Shrek and in the movie Counting Crows. Heather says Counting Crows to follow up her Shrek answer from before in reverse order. Emily says Smash Mouth. They did it for Shrek, says Emily. Emily says not Smash Mouth.
Sorry about that, Emily.
Smash Mouth. They did it for Shrek, not Smash Mouth.
Not Smash Mouth.
No. Virginia says Counting Crows, Shrek. Emily says Counting Crows as the guest to follow up from
Sorry about that, Emily.
Smash Mouth. Yeah, no. Trey says Counting Crows and Shrek 2. Boys to Men says Steam. Emily says my shit hit send before I fixed it. It didn't send itself. You're lying. There's no feature that just sends your answer without you doing anything. Robert says it was the Dreamscapes Project and Coyote Ugly is the movie.
Style point.
Craig went with Smash Mouth, had it as a hint, and it was in Shrek. Had it as a hit, and it was in Shrek. Nico says Counting Crows. Ian says Weird Al Yankovic, and it was in The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Style point.
The style point for him. Gary goes with Hermits, and the movie was Lethal Weapon 7.
Style point for Gary.
Too old for this shit, Riggs.
Sorry, Gary.
Barbara says Counting Crows and Shrek. Melissa says Counting Crows and Shrek 2. Barbine says Metallica was also live during Another Wasted Hour. Or Metallica right now is also live. So leave us, go see Metallica. We don't even care. That's fine. They're very cool. They're very old. Whatever. They're probably made of dust. Trey says Squirrel.
Merle the squirrel.
Quadadico. I'm not saying that right. There's no way I'm saying Quadaqido7. Quadadico. I'm going with Quadadico. Says that is that a beard? No, this is not a beard. This is a mustache. It just goes all the way.
It's sideburns.
Sideburns that meet in the middle. That's what these are. Infidel says it's probably Pantera. That was
Probably is.
delete and send are right next to each other, says Emily. That sounds like a you problem. Emily says, I've traveled to 3 states to see the Counting Crows, and I have Adam Dirtz's autograph.
Well,
But-
I guess you should have answered that question correctly.
Yeah.
I'm telling Adam Dirts on you.
Does Adam Dirtz know that you like Smash Mouth more? I'm just saying, somebody once told me that you like Smash Mouth more.
Damn it. Do not song slap me.
What's the correct answer?
Counting Crows and Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
So Trey and Melissa
Oh.
both got the bonus point.
Nice. I thought there were so many Shreks that I thought that Shrek was going to be right. But no. 2 people get the bonus point. Anyone who got Counting Crows gets a point. Anyone that got Counting Crows and Shrek 2, they get 2 points. Have I ever tried to braid that beard? I have not, because I'm not a dwarf. So that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is a
would
World of Warcraft dwarf class thing.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
That's, I would need I feel like I'd need to carry an axe around. And my axe.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. Ninth? Eighth question.
No, 9th. I'm sorry. This is the 9th question.
It is the ninth
I
question.
apologize. This is the 9th question.
All right, this is the 9th question, which means it is...
The 9th question.
Oh, wait. People can't hear us. What? Why can't people hear us now? That's not good.
What'd you do?
I don't know. What happened? Fidel 31 says my body is ready.
So happy.
Are
for
you hearing us again now? Is everything back on? Are we all right? Caitlin, check your mic. I want to make sure.
Hello.
Yeah, that's happening. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it here. So why? Yes. Okay. Christina can hear
Dear
us.
Internet.
Everything's fine. You're terrible. You just scared me. Robert says Facebook is crap. Jenny said we can't hear you. Robert says we cannot hear you. So it's just Robert and Jenny that can't hear us. It sounds like.
So it sounds like Robert and Jenny's internet went out.
Emily says go out and back in again. It shorted on me a second ago. Okay, so go out, jump back in. All right. Penultimate question. Second to last. That's what that means. What is it?
Rock hoppers, macaronis, and chin straps are all what type of animal?
Macaronis, chin strappers, and
Rock hoppers.
rock hoppers are all types of this animal. What is this type of animal? 60 seconds on the clock. I think I know this one.
You better know this one.
I feel like I have a very strong guess on this. Did we ever figure out who's doing Karen's acceptance speech, by the way?
Well, Peter had to go, so he can't do it.
So he can't do it. Is anybody else volunteering to do Karen's speech? We need to find out. It's super important. We definitely want that to happen. So we've got about 30 seconds left. Make sure to get all of your answers in. Ian says perverts. He believes that's... I think that might be right.
Rock
Chin
hopper
strappers.
perverts?
That's definitely a pervert thing. A rock hopper is definitely a perverted thing. Right? I think these are all correct. Is perverts right?
I'll never tell.
Okay. So let's see. And we've got 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Let's start from the top and see what people got. Let's see. Heather says penguins. Penwings. Penguins. Melissa says penguins. Dee Dee from YouTube. We have Dee Dee from YouTube. Somebody's coming from YouTube. Hi, welcome. Says penguin.
How do you spell Dee Dee? Is it with E's or I's?
No,
or what's going on?
just D twice. A capital D and then a smaller D. Well, I'm glad to have you here, Dee Dee. Nico says frogs with a question mark. Frogs.
Frogs.
Karen says penguin. Steam says honey badgers. Jenny says missed the question. Craig says penguins. Emily says penguins. Gary says lizards, but with a question mark. Lizards? Trey says penguins. Virginia says pingans. Laugh out loud. It's penguins. Depends on if
Benedict Cumberbatch.
if Bumblebee Humpty Dance says it or not. I don't. What's his name?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
That guy. Danny says penguin. Stream just paused on me mid question. Oh, it does not like us for some reason. Barbara says penguins. Infidel says they're all Chinese stews. It's all different types of Chinese stews. I think it's an animal though we're going for. Barbine says it's a dinglehopper. The rock hopper, I assume, is the dinglehopper, maybe. Karen goes with ice owls, which sounds awesome. Ice
Karen.
owls. I don't even know what that is, but assume that that's another word for penguin.
Yeah.
An ice
She already
owl.
said penguin.
Trey says penguin or penguins, according to Benedict Cumberbatch.
Penguins.
Penguins. Aw, macaroni pervert. Aren't they covered in mayo, says Melissa. It's cheese. It's goddamn cheese. Respect our kinks. Those are all the answers. Who got it right?
Anyone who said penguin.
Caffeine and Sarcasm has said hi. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Caffeine and Sarcasm. Welcome. We are so glad to have you. We're doing some trivia. You're here just in time for the last question. You said it was penguins.
Penguins.
Penguins. All right. Melissa says, have you watched Atypical? The kid is obsessed with penguins. Yes. It's a good show. I enjoy Atypical. All right. Barbara says it's DZZ because it's YouTube. We've got people on all 3 platforms now. This is very exciting. So if you got penguins as the answer, you did get 1 point. We have got now to the last question of the night. So
This is a closest question. Explain the rules.
So for those who have not joined us before, closest is very simple. You know the closest without going over, which is your Price is Right rules. If there's a number, if you're the closest without going over that number, then you get a point. In our system, it doesn't matter if you go over or not. And it also isn't just one person. So if the answer were to be, let's say, 5, right? If somebody were to guess 5, they would get the point, period. Anyone who guessed 5, they get points. If nobody guesses 5s, then people who guessed 4 and people who guessed 6 would get points. All of them. Anyone who gets answers 4 or 6 in that case would get a point. So that's how we do it here on Another Wasted Hour. So this is going to be another closest question. It means somebody's walking away from this question, at least one person with a point. So what is the question?
What is the maximum number of barrels that a brewery can produce in a year and still be considered a microbrewery?
How many barrels can a microbrewery put out a year and still be a microbrewery? Is another way of putting that.
Yep.
When do you become a macro brewery? Is that a thing? No?
I think you're just a brewery at that point.
Just a brewery. 60 seconds on the clock. Get your answers in. We're looking for the closest to the right answer. How many barrels of beer on the wall? That's what we need to know. If you are a microbrewery, if you make more than this many of barrels, you're no longer considered a microbrewery. What is that number? We've got answers coming in from all different places of the internet. This is exciting to see everybody coming in. All right. This is good. I'm glad we're doing the restream thing. We've got people coming in from YouTube and people coming in from Twitch. For everybody that's watching, we'd appreciate it, as they say on every stream, if you subscribe. We do this every night at 7 o'clock. I swear to God, every night at 7 o'clock, we're going to do this as long as they make us stay on our houses. So if we're quarantined, we're here. 10 seconds left on the clock. And in addition to that, I have a podcast called Another Wasted Hour. It's available on, you can go check it out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all those things. But it's on all of your podcast, places. So you can download that. There's 140 episodes. It's free. So go check that out in between these shows. So let's go down. I guess because this is closest, right? I'm going to need to go. Well, I need to make sure everybody's gotten in. I'm going to go down the list because when we get to the bottom, then we know time is up, right? So Infidel 31 says 300. Mike O'Brien, new competitor, says 20. Steam says 20.666. Christina says 4. Dee Dee says 1,000. Heather says 1,000. Jenny says 50. Emily says 144,000 barrels. That seems like a lot. That is a lot of barrels, I feel like. Melissa says 5,000. Trey says 10,000. Gary says 499. Caffeine and Sarcasm comes in at 400. Infidel would really like someone to just say leet in numbers. 1,337. I like it, Infidel. I'm with you. We're on the same page here. Nico says 15,500 barrels of beer on the wall. Christina says 40. I meant 40, not 4. But Karen says 12,000. Craig goes with 100. Virginia says 15,000 barrels and 75% off sale sites. Less than 15,000 barrels. That's so specific. Oh my goodness. Danny, I feel like, saw that and was like 15,000. Definitely going with that. So I believe less than 15,000 would be 14,999 barrels would be the answer that Virginia went with. Mike O'Brien says 500 after I feel like Mike O'Brien already said 20. So Mike O'Brien has 2 answers. He's going with 520, I believe is what his final answer is. Addie Cyrus, who's just joined us for the last question of the night, 15,000. Welcome, Addie. Glad to have you on board. We're doing a little trivia. We do this every night, 7 o'clock. We'll come back tomorrow and you can get it at the beginning.
Is that ADI or ADY?
ADDIE.
Oh, that was way off.
And Cyrus with a C. Barbara goes 14,999. Barbine says I'm going to go 195 because it's a number of countries there are. And that's it. I think, yes. Mike O'Brien says yes. 520 is exactly what he meant. All right. Did anybody get it?
Yes.
Okay, so we're not doing closest because it doesn't matter how close you were because someone got it right.
Yep.
What was the correct answer?
The maximum number of barrels you can produce and still be a microbrewery is 15,000.
15,000 barrels.
So 2 people got it right.
So that means Addie got it correct.
And Danny got it right.
And Danny got it right. Virginia said less than 15,000 barrels. That's very close. And 75% off-site sales, which means I feel like Virginia knows something we don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. All right. So
but isn't less than 15,000? Isn't that 14,999 is the maximum? But you can produce 15,000.
You can produce, according to that. We might have to look at that. Infidel says, well, damn, way off. What is this? Replying to Ian, Nico says, George Michael, Ian. It's always George Michael. I don't know if I saw Ian in here. Did I miss Ian's? No, he said Keith Richards. Yep, he was there. Christina says, give Virginia a point. Oh, there's a mutiny happening right now. That's Barbine says 76 barrels per country. Is it inclusive or exclusively bound, says Michael Landis. That's a good question. I loved your work.
I mean, if I have to give Virginia a point, should I give Barbara a point? Barbara said 14,999.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it has to be 1,499 or 1,500, right?
15,000.
Or 15,000. One of those two.
It's 15,000.
We're looking it up right now. We're Googling it. Nico says that Virginia's correct. Oh, this is interesting. Ooh, the tension right at the end. Karen, did you get somebody to do your acceptance speech for your winnings last week? Karen, did you find a volunteer?
Independent source on the internet says a microbrewery can produce no more than 15,000 barrels.
No more than 15,000 barrels. Where's that from?
Just beer.
Just beer. Well, I mean, they seem like they would know things, right? Barbine says it's 14,999. There's
Although, interestingly, I
Yeah.
just found the exact sentence that Virginia put in as her answer on the internet.
Oh, that's never good. The exact wording. Less than
Yes.
15,000 barrels and 75% off-site sales.
Yes.
Oh, that's an interesting. Oh, I'm not saying that there's cheating happening. I would never say that. What I will say is if you are cheating, that's awesome because that means you really care about my t-shirt and I really appreciate that if you were willing to cheat just to get my t-shirt, like that's pretty awesome. Like I feel like I've arrived now if that's the case. So maybe just lie to me and say that you're cheating because that's because it's like it warms my heart. You warm my heart up, right? And then it smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. That's what happens. I don't know. There's a lot of consternation. I am not in charge of this, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm seeing 50% sources that say you can have 15,000, 50% sources that say you can have fewer than 15,000. So I'll just do it for both.
Let's do it for both. All right, there we go. That's the way we try to be thoughtful about it. So Virginia also gets a point, and Barbara also gets a point. So look at that. See the process works, people. This is America, and we have freedom, and you can talk, and you can go on the internet and Google things and use them in trivia questions. There are rules, but no, there's no rules. There's just etiquettes. We just have etiquettes. That's all it is. All right. Nico says, I feel like my answer is correct too. Oh, no. Yeah, Barbara is saying that. Yeah, no, Barbara, your answer is correct too. 14,999 is correct, as is 15,000. We're going to do both of them. Craig says he would like to point out that 100 is also fewer than 15,000. So it's
I quit.
Well, unfortunately, Caffeine and Sarcasm has suggestions. What are your suggestions, Caffeine and Sarcasm? Christina says, I'm pretty sure a lot of people Google. I hope not. Isn't that the fun, trying to come up with it? Oh, my goodness.
That'd be super lame if a lot of people Google.
I mean, I'm not gonna look at you all. I don't. You have to turn on your camera and show me your fingers typing or anything. I trust you, but I mean, sure. At the end, you get a T-shirt, right? If that's the T-shirt you get, it's pretty awesome. I have to admit, but if you need to, Caffeine and Sarcasm says, wear your shirt for a week and then give it. So you're in luck, Caffeine and Sarcasm. I've worn every one of my shirts.
He's been rubbing them on his beard every time he shows them, too.
Yeah. So I've worn, so just last week, I wore all of them at once. Like a kid,
like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
This, where it's a kid just has a giant jacket on. And I was like, oh, look at all of these. Caffeine Sarcasm, maybe you should slow down the hype for it. Yeah. Apparently, if people are cheating to get it, that's great.
So one of my friends was like, I don't know, I feel like by telling people the title of the book you were using, you're promoting cheating. And it was like, if someone wants to cheat that badly to win a free T-shirt, bless you. Just
right.
You rock on with your bad self.
Yeah.
Because
I'll just send you one.
If you have nothing better to do in quarantine.
Yeah, this is just all us having some human interaction. But my point is, I think it's fair to assume, based on my points, that I'm not one of the cheaters, says Craig. We believe in you, Craig.
Either that or you're a terrible Googler.
That is the end of the night, everybody. That was our last. Yes, you're just winning my clothes, Nico. That is the last question. Once again, we do this every night at 7:00. We're not perfect. So if you're on Facebook, make sure to give a like to Another Wasted Hour. Go to the little follow thing. There's a little bell that you do that says all, and that lets you know every time we go live. Yes, a question.
Are we doing acceptance speeches for the winner?
Oh, yeah, we should have. Who is the winner for tonight?
Danny.
Danny is the winner tonight. Danny, do you have an acceptance speech you'd like to do? Let's see. How do I get this to Danny? I have to make sure that Danny comes on. Yes, it's so yeah, if you're on Twitch, follow us or whatever you do on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to us and ring bells, do the things that everybody says in a video. Just do the things. And we're going to come back at 7:00 tomorrow.
This is the notification bell.
The notification bell. We'd love to have you here. I think it's a lot of fun and we enjoy having you. So do those things. In addition, between now and then, as I said, I have a podcast. It's called Another Wasted Hour. I'm the host. My friend Adam is the co-host of it. We have some trivia on there, but we also do some really zany kind of news things. And we get to meet a artist or musician in the DC area every show. So you can listen to some music you've never heard before, some local musicians, and discover some really great music. Go check it out. Each episode's an hour. There's about 140 of them. So you'd be able to get through all of them in approximately the end of this quarantine. I feel like you could get through the whole quarantine. And so check it out and give us really bad reviews, 1-star reviews, and just make up terrible things about us. I don't care. Do whatever. Tell us how it is. Say goodbye, everybody. Congratulations, by the way, to Danny, who won. I'm going to have to... No cam for Danny. You can put your acceptance speech in the chat. That's also fine.
We will read it dramatically.
Yeah, we'll read it dramatically.
I had an idea.
Yeah.
While Danny's writing their acceptance speech.
Karen, do you want to write your acceptance speech too? And we can write that dramatically as well. Read it dramatically.
I had an idea. What if at the end of this whole boondoggle,
Yes.
we sent a t-shirt to the person who had played trivia with us the most nights?
The most nights. Okay. Yeah, I'm game. I'm interested in that. Danny's acceptance speeches. Thank you for amusing me for an hour.
You
I
are
like
so welcome.
Just very humble.
It's straightforward.
Yeah, that's
You're thanking
good.
other people.
All
It's
right.
a good Oscars speech,
Say
frankly.
say goodbye to all your friends, and we will say goodbye to you again. We'll be here 7:00 tomorrow night. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. We're gonna get through this, but we're gonna get through this together. So we will see you tomorrow night, and ta-ta for now.